I'm glad you could show up to class this week.
Yes.
It's really nice of you to be here.
There will be mentions of you recording your own episode.
There's definitely a poll in the last one that says, "Did this work better without Juicy?" And I'm hoping for a lot of yeses there.
I said yes.
I agreed. I thought it was way better and way easier to edit. There was so many less giant pauses and ums I had to get rid of.
There's going to be a lot of them today. I really don't remember too much of this movie. I watched it like a day ago.
Yeah, I watched it last week when you said you might be able to record it, and
I got viciously ill.
Hold on, we forgot to do something. Hello and welcome to Marvel Cinematic University, where each and every week, well, most weeks, I teach Jacob something that he didn't know about the MCU and probably still doesn't. I am your host and Professor Alix, and with me, unlike last week, is the worst student ever, Jacob.
Yes, I was sick. I had a lot of diseases, most known as the common cold.
No,
I was on my deathbed for 3 days. It was a whole thing.
I feel like you were at baseball last week. That was the issue. 2 weeks ago, you were sick. 3 weeks ago, you were not in the state. You're a real issue problem.
Yeah, my schedule's hectic. It's hard to know when I'm actually sick or when I'm at baseball.
Even though I got confirmation 3 times that, yes, this is a day that works perfect for Thor.
Well, there was extenuating circumstances for one of those days, but...
Anyway, we're here. It's this week. I realized one of my lights is not on, so let me get that on real quick. Boom. All right. This is Marvel Cinematic University. I'm here to teach you some shit, so let me teach you some shit. I just got a little startled by all the empty boxes I have on my bed from the new ring light I had to put up, which is why I was a little late.
Who wouldn't? You know, boxes are startling.
I piled them up in a fun little way.
Okay.
That definitely looks like a person standing there.
I could see how that could be scary. Maybe toss Felix in amongst the boxes.
Black Panther, that's what we're talking about today. The Black Panther. You know what I realized last week when I was mumbling all these things to myself?
Well, what did you realize?
At some point I stopped giving the dates of when these came out.
Interesting. This one came out in 2018.
That is true. February of 2018. I don't remember the exact day, but I do know it was February of 2018.
Yep.
It had a budget of $200 million.
And it made a box office of $950 million.
More.
1.7 billion.
Less.
1.2 billion.
More.
1.6 billion.
Less.
1.5 billion.
Less.
1.4 billion.
Less.
1.3 billion.
More.
1.35 billion.
1.344 billion.
I would have gotten there eventually.
All right. It was directed by Ryan Coogler, and it stars Chadwick Boseman, Lupita Nyong.
May he rest in peace.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Martin Freeman, Michael B. Jordan, Danae Guerrera, Winston Duke, Andy Serkis, Letitia Wright, and Angela Bassett.
Who did Andy Serkis play?
Are you kidding? I know. Oh my god, this is his second time in a Marvel movie.
He wasn't in my book.
God, he is absolutely in your book. I'm pretty sure we've pulled him up before in your book.
See Everett Ross.
That was Martin Freeman.
That's Martin Freeman.
You know, Bilbo Baggins. He played Claw, you dumbass.
Oh, I was going to say that. That was my next guess.
Out of the 2 white guys in the movie, he had to be one of them.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I think of him as Gollum. So I was trying to figure out some creature who was crawling around that looked like Gollum in this movie.
But we also had this conversation when Claw appeared in Age of Ultron. So you have no excuses.
That was a while ago.
It's like 6 months ago. You can't expect
me to remember that.
Jacob, this is a good point for me to bring up that we are coming up on 1 year of doing this podcast. Yeah. By the time this comes out, which is next week, will be our 1 year anniversary.
That's bananas.
And you know what we're doing for our 1 year anniversary?
1 year anniversary quiz.
I can't believe this lined up. We're doing Infinity War at our 1 year anniversary.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
that's pretty snazzy.
I can't believe we've been doing this shit for a year already.
Yeah, we should do an Infinity War celebration, an infinite party.
Infinity party?
Yeah.
All right, I'll bring the drinks,
and we'll get infinity drinks.
I don't have that kind of money. We haven't gotten any sponsors yet.
Donate.
All right. What else have I missed? This movie takes place pretty much like right after Civil War, not too much longer, a couple months.
T'Challa's father is dead. He died in Civil War.
He did die in Civil War. I can't believe you remember that. That was a whole month ago.
Oh yeah, it was a while ago, but he died there. And this movie starts off with him, fighting for his rights to become king.
Well, he's actually just fighting to make sure nobody else wants to be king. He's like, yo, we good? It's like, I'm going to be king. Are we cool with that? And they're like, yeah, we're cool with it. But then that one guy, M'Baku, he's like, I'm not cool with this, bro. I'm going to beat the shit out of you. But then it actually turns out T'Challa beats the shit out of him.
He does indeed, yes. And he does become king after that. And
well, he was already king. He continues to be king.
He continues to be king. It was Fight Day.
First rule about Fight Day.
You don't talk about Fight Day.
Oh man, you know who started in Fight Club? I almost said Fight Day. You know who started in Fight Club? It's your favorite.
Was it Andy Serkis?
No, it was Ed Norton.
Ed Norton.
Yeah,
I watched a movie with Ed Norton in it the other day.
And you thought, oh, this guy's a good actor.
He was a very good actor in this movie, but
he is a good actor. He just, didn't have a good director, I'm guessing, or it's just not a good movie.
He probably, after seeing him act in a couple other movies, he probably was just uninspired.
How could you be? How could you be inspired?
Yeah, he was like, this movie's going to be a massive piece of shit. I'm just not going to even try.
All right, Jake. Well, it's that time for you, not me, to tell the plot of the movie.
Don't freeze. I never freeze.
Well, I'll give you a plot twist. I've already told you everything I know about the movie.
Well, I'll give you a plot twist. I don't care.
Oh, boy. Oh, let's see what happens. What happens after this Fight Day situation?
Well, let's start at the beginning of the movie.
Well, I think that was the beginning.
That's about 10 minutes into the movie, I'd say.
That's about where I normally pick movies.
You're forgetting the part where he's flying to Wakanda, but he stops on a little trip to save Nikita. Lupita Nyong.
I don't think that's it.
Well, that's her actress's name.
Oh, well then that's probably correct. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So they save her, and she's like, "Nah, I'm cool with all the. I don't want to be like part of this Wakanda shit anymore." And he's like, "Wait, why am I telling the story? You go for it."
No, I have no clue. This is all news. Give me a hint. What happens next?
Oh no.
Oh boy.
I think like all right.
I think what happens next is it like he sees his dad after he wins the fight, and then it cuts to like Killmonger, I think his name is.
Oh, that's right. He has his little Mufasa moment.
Yeah, and then it cuts to like Killmonger who's talking to Claw Man.
Yeah, Claw Man.
And he's selling some vibranium, that kind of deal.
Yeah, because he stole. Oh wait, we forgot the whole opening of the movie. We forgot the part where little baby Killmonger is playing out basketball outside the school when a couple of guys come to fuck up his dad.
Oh yeah.
And it turns out, I think it's King T'Challa is like, you are part of Wakanda. You have failed Wakanda. Therefore, I will fail you. And he kills him. And also young Forrest Whitaker is there, but it's actually his son.
Oh yeah, because he sold some vibranium to the outside world, I think, which is why, or he betrayed Wakanda, which is why he had to die.
He was doing some non-Wakanda business, and then
it was shady dealing.
So they fly away, and little Killmonger's like, "See ya, Dad. My dad's dead.
My papa's dead.
Papa? Why is Papa not breathing?"
He got some cat claws to the chest.
Yeah. So okay. So yeah, that whole thing happens. That's pretty important to the story. So I'm glad we went back and touched on that.
Yeah. I think we would have touched on it later. But that is pretty important. But Killmonger's basically been, he's a little grown up now. He's been training his whole life. He's done some military time. He's become basically a trained killer.
He did some 2400.
The little 2400.
Yeah. 1300, 1500 military time.
He's selling vibranium to Claw, right? Or he's selling something to Claw.
No. He's helping Claw get his hands on vibranium and is like promising him access to Wakanda.
That's right. Yeah.
Because Claw already has the vibranium, as we saw in Age of Ultron Avengers 2. Because remember, Ultron got the vibranium for his body from Claw, who had stolen it from Wakanda. And in this movie, we find out in the 90s is when he stole it from Wakanda. That's why they were pissed off at the dad, because the dad gave intel to Claw. It's all slowly coming back to me.
Slowly and surely. Then they see. I know some parts. I just don't know if I'm missing anything in between. So I'm just gonna go with it.
So the sister goes like, "What are those?" and gives him his costume, and then him and the two ladies head to some country. I don't remember what country it is. To some gambling casino.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say next.
I think that's next. That feels right.
Yeah, Claw's there. Agent Ross is there.
Killmonger's there.
Doesn't T'Challa like toss down one on like Red 19 and it just hits?
Yeah, he's a pretty lucky guy.
Pretty lucky, and Stanley's like, "I'll just keep this for safekeeping."
Stanley
sighting, and then a whole big fight scene kicks off.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty cool fight scene where they like try to make it look like one long tracking shot.
Yeah.
You have no idea what it just said.
Nope. Sure don't. Movie in general has some pretty cool fight scenes, and I will say that.
Yeah, Ryan Coogler's a really good director.
Yeah. They don't get what they're looking for pretty much. And I think they were looking for Claw, try to kill that guy, but he gets away.
Pretty sure that's what it is. Yeah, they go out onto a car chase, and then the sister controls the car, I think, or something, and it's made out of vibranium.
Mm-hmm.
And then the car kind of disintegrates.
Yeah. I don't
know
the car.
Did you by chance watch the movie?
I did watch it. I watched it while working.
Oh, and also I'm pretty sure Everett Ross gets stabbed or something here.
He does get stabbed. That's why he has to go back to Wakanda so they can give him the medicine, and no one's happy about that.
Mm-mm. Well, I mean, what's her face is happy to have another white boy to work on.
Sure.
Who's the other white boy, Jake?
It was Bucky Barnes.
Oh my god, I can't believe you got it. I thought I'd really stump you with that one.
No.
I thought for sure you had forgotten he was there.
I knew that mostly because of Infinity War.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, so they get back with Everett. They fix Everett Ross, and I'm pretty sure this is where Killmonger kills Claw and his girlfriend, which I'm pretty pissed about. I thought Claw was such a great villain. I'm so mad they killed them. Or him.
they could have given him a better death.
I mean, it was a good death, I'd say. It was like a betrayal. It shows Killmonger's character. It's a good death. I wish he didn't die. I really liked him in that role.
Yeah, no, he could have done a little more. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They killed him prematurely. Like, maybe cut off both his arms and give him 2 claws.
That make him Armless Man?
Clawman.
Clawman. Friends of Blenderman.
Yeah.
So wait, so if you cut off his arms, right? Does his arms then become, like, if you put him in a blender, does that become Blenderman or Blender Arm?
Blender fingies.
Blender fingies. Blender fingies. So yeah, so they Blender Arm, he kill Blender Arm Man. And then Eric comes and is like, I'm the rightful king. And the mommy's like, who the fuck you? And he's like, my daddy was the brother to your husband.
He's like, your daddy killed my daddy.
Your papa killed my papa. And your papa's dead, so I can't kill your papa, so I'm gonna kill you.
And then they have to have a little scrap.
Yeah, they do. They have another fight day. They make a second fight day just to accommodate Eric.
And that is by the book, actually. They had to do that.
Did they have to do that?
It says it in the book that they have that has all their rules.
Oh, the Wakanda book.
Yeah, the Wakanda book. It has
the
all
Wakanda
their rules
handbook.
Mm-hmm.
Step
and there's
1,
actually
become a Wakandan. Step 2, fight day. Step 3, if you're the son of if you're the son of the brother of the king, you can have second fight day.
Well, yeah, but it has to be within 2 years of the initial fight day, and this was within 2 years.
And it has to be during a full moon on a Friday during the summer solstice.
Yeah, naturally. Who didn't know that? I mean, we don't have to say obvious facts.
Right, of course.
But since all those things lined up, per the book, they had to have a second fight day.
So they have the second fight day.
Yeah, and the little T'Challa there, he doesn't have his Black Panther powers, and he takes a little tumble off the cliff.
Yeah. Everyone knows, though, a tumble off the cliff means nothing in the MCU unless you're Gamora.
That's the only cliff that's really done someone in.
In Natasha, but that's still up for debate. I'm sure she's coming back. I'm like 90% sure she's coming back at some point.
Yeah, we'll figure it out down the road, I think.
Actually, I guess technically it stands more true for Natasha than Gamora, because Gamora does technically come back in a way. So it only counts if it's Natasha.
That's a dubious clip. Cliff.
That's a nice clip of Natasha falling.
Yeah.
Insert clip here.
But he falls off the cliff, clip, and Killmonger takes reign of Wakanda because he won. Rules is the rules.
Rules is the rules, and the rules means since it's summer solstice, he's going to destroy the flower.
And within 2 years, yep.
Yeah. So he destroyed the flowers. He destroys all the flowers except for one.
Yeah. And he's not happy there, and he's not a very good leader. No one really likes him.
He's going to, London, New York, and Hong Kong to spread his word, his new law that we're going to kill everybody.
Yeah.
We're going to weaponize people with Wakandan weapons, and whatever happens. That's the plan.
Is it really genocide if you're only supplying the weapons?
No, I think that's capitalism. So they do that. They do the destruction, and then the mother, the girlfriend, and the best pal, what's her face? Her. Aoki, isn't her name like Aoki?
No, it's just Ao.
Ao, okay.
It's not Ao. Hang on.
It's Okoye, isn't it? It's Okoye or something.
Okoye.
Yeah, Koya. So they go to
Okoye.
Yeah, Koya. So they go to they go to M'Baku, and M'Baku's like, welcome. I've got your dead pal right here.
Well, he's frozen in carbonite.
Well, no, that's Han Solo. This guy's just laying on some ice, kind of like Captain America.
He does wake up though, and he's like,
well, they feed him the flower first.
Because it's the solstice.
And then he sees his daddy again.
Yep.
And his dad says, he may have not have been your cousin, but I'm your daddy.
Then they have to have a fight scene.
Well, of course, with Rhino, with terribly CGI'd rhinos on a terribly CGI'd plane. This is my least favorite. Nobody stripped this apart. Nobody stripped this CGI apart when it came out. But boy, did we strip other movies of their CGI. Thor, Love and Thunder, Ant-Man. Where was this hate on this movie? Because my God, the last third of this movie is set on a fucking green screen. It looks like the prequels. It looks like the prequels. You can tell they're not anywhere. They're not on a set. They're just standing. It's green all around them. And like T'Challa, the sun behind him looks so fake.
So those are actually real rhinos.
I don't believe you.
They were.
The rhinos are definitely CGI.
Also, what's the deal with W'Kabi? Why is he kind of a dickhead?
It's because he talked to Killmonger.
Oh, and he likes Killmonger's ideas now.
Yeah, they're pretty good ideas to him.
Okay. Kind of a dick. But, Agent Ross has... Because they do send some ships up.
Not to be confused with General Ross.
Yeah, that really confused me.
Do you remember where we've seen Agent Ross before? As this is Agent Ross's second movie?
Iron Man 3.
That is incorrect.
Was it not Civil War? Age of Ultron?
No, but you've said the correct answer.
Civil War. First try.
It was Civil War.
First try.
Yeah. It was Civil War. He was questioning Bucky, and he was all part of that whole arrest system.
Okay. It's probably why. Is that why Bucky went to Wakanda?
No, Bucky went to Wakanda because Cap became friends with Black Panther, and Black Panther was like, we might have the technology to help him.
Oh, that's right.
But that's why Black Panther did know Everett Ross before this, like when they met in this movie, they had met before.
When I was watching this movie, I heard Ross, and I was like, General Ross?
No, it's Everett Ross. He's an agent.
You got to get a little more creative with names here.
Not to be confused with Coulson.
Is he a SHIELD agent at some point?
He's just a CIA agent, I think.
It does say that in the book right here. CIA agent, yeah. No, if I looked right here, it says Sokovia Accords.
Yeah. He was part of those.
Sure was.
Because he worked with Sharon. He works with Sharon. Carter.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Step-niece.
Step-niece, yep.
What are you doing, step-niece?
Still sus.
So they fight. The CGI rhinos are terrible. Then they go to the CGI train in the CGI tunnel with the CGI vibranium making CGI colors and the CGI suits. This could be a Pixar film.
A lot of CGI, but that last fight scene was pretty cool, I think.
I mean, it's cool. It's visually disgusting, but it's pretty cool.
Look here, guy. To the untrained eye, such as mine, it's a pretty cool fight scene.
That eye is also very colorblind, so...
That has nothing to do with me being able to tell if it's CGI or not.
It does. The CGI probably blends better to your untrained color eyes.
I could see how you could make that connection.
Anyway, so they fight. Killmonger punches T'Challa. T'Challa punches Killmonger. Killmonger punches T'Challa. T'Challa punches Killmonger. I think there's a kick in there or two, and then the train comes. The train comes by and takes their suit offs.
Yeah, because this train does not work well with vibranium.
Well, they to move vibranium, they have to have vibrations, which is said earlier in the movie, and the vibrations cause their suits to come off because they're nanotech.
Which is how T'Challa kills Killmonger.
What? He killed Killmonger?
And now he mongers more kills.
Oh no, he did have a notch for every kill.
He did, and not anymore. No more notches. No more for him. He's a bad boy.
And then T'Challa drags him to the mouth of the cave so they could watch the CGI sunset. on the CGI city in the CGI country of Wakanda.
Mm-hmm. Sure did.
While they're both wearing very CGI suits.
And that's pretty much the movie right there.
He fixes the basketball court and says, "This is now the head of T'Challa Industries," or whatever.
They built a nice little community center.
And then they go to a little speakeasy thing, or as I like to call it, a Congress concessional. He's like, "Hey, I am Black Panther Man," and then it fades to the Iron Man theme and goes, "I am Iron Man." Oh, sorry, I'm sorry. I'm confused because it ends the exact same way as Iron Man. And then also there's one other end credit scene, Jake. What is it?
I didn't see it.
It's when T'Challa and sorry, not T'Challa, it's Okoye walks down to the lake, and she's like, "Here, we got this for you," and it's a nice little arm, and it's a nice little Bucky accepting the nice little arm.
Oh, that's how he gets it. And isn't that Claw's arm?
No, it's a new vibranium arm.
I swear they got an arm from Claw.
No, they never saw Claw. Claw died before he got to Wakanda.
But I thought he gave up his arm.
He didn't. This is just an arm.
Hmm.
And that's the end of the movie.
Yeah, I think that arm came from somewhere, but I'll let you have it.
It didn't. They made it out of vibranium because that's their whole thing.
So the arm came from Wakanda.
Let me tell you my fun facts.
Thus saying the arm did come from somewhere. I'm right.
The mask Eric Killmonger likes in the museum is similar to the mask his comic counterpart wears.
Who is his comic counterpart?
Killmonger.
Oh, okay. I wonder why it's similar.
Yeah, well, he doesn't wear the mask. He just goes, "I like that mask," but it's the mask that he wears in the comic.
Okay.
Yeah, we good? We good here?
Mm-hmm.
Can I move on?
I might have misheard you.
What did you think I said? Turns out you're just an idiot.
Sure, we'll go with that.
The movie Shuri is referring to that T'Chaka liked to watch with the self-tying shoes is Back to the Future 2, which features self-tying Nikes.
Back to the Future 2 is such a bad movie.
I will not stand for your shit takes.
I just
Get out of here.
See the steam, the un-CGI'd steam come out of your ears.
You can tell it's realistic because it doesn't look like anything in Black Panther. All right. Final fun fact. Killmonger tossing T'Challa off the cliff is a recreation of a panel from the Black Panther comics.
Or the Lion King.
I mean, I feel like they would definitely be referencing the comic books over Lion King, but okay.
Well, Scar throws Simba off the cliff. Or not Simba, Mufasa.
He does not throw... Simba throws him off a cliff, I'm pretty sure, and feeds him to some hyena.
He does, yes.
We see... So it's all connected now. We see how Claw got the intel to steal the vibranium he had in Age of Ultron.
Mm-hmm.
It
was Killmonger's dad.
It was Killmonger's dad. And then Killmonger's dad got Killmongered.
He did, yeah.
Everett Ross returns from Civil War. And my final connection here. When T'Challa brings in Ross, Shuri says, "Great, another white boy for us to fix." This references the fact that they are in the process of healing Bucky as well.
Well, he was a little banged up.
He was a little banged up. He had that whole brain issue.
Couple brain issues there.
Couple brain issues. Just a few.
They got to retie some things up there.
Well, Jacob, that was Black Panther. Next week, your homework is to watch Infinity War. I expect you to watch the movie. I expect you to remember something that happened in the movie. And I expect you to tell me the story next week.
We'll see. I mean, I've seen that movie probably 22 times, so...
And I expect you to show up, and I expect you to watch it before you come here to class so that you're refreshed on it and you can tell me the whole story. Take notes if you have to.
I kind of like when we go back and forth.
Well, I don't. It makes me have to do work, and that's not what this is. This is you telling me what happened so that you could remember when I give you a quiz. Don't forget, you have to have a quiz on all this, and a whole category of that is going to be Black Panther. I haven't decided.
Ooh,
I was going to make it Thor Ragnarok because you didn't show up for that one, but I'm like, Jake knows everything in this movie. That's not fair. So I'm going to pick this movie that you know nothing about.
That's unfortunate.
I like to make you suffer.
I will. Life is suffer.
Don't forget to follow us on all the social media platforms. You know what they are. AJ Slabs, Juicy Steak 12, MCU 101 University. And don't forget to give us a 5-star rating. Comment on the YouTube video. Comment on Spotify. Tell us what you like. Tell us what you hate. Tell us if you want less Jake. Tell us if you want to make sure Jake wants to watch the movie before, or sorry, tell us that you want to see Jake watch the movie beforehand so that he knows what he's fucking talking about when he gets here.
I watched it.
No, it sounds like you had it on. You turned the movie on, but you did not watch it.
How do you watch movies?
You stare at the screen while the movie happens.
If you think that's going to make me remember anything more that happens, you're wrong.
If you want Jake to take down notes, send in your comments. You can message us on Instagram, maybe Twitter or X. I don't really check there that much. TikTok, if it allows you. I don't really know how that app works that well, even though I'm pretty good at it. And yeah. So definitely buy merch.
Buy merch.
Buy merch. Our merch link is in the bottom. Buy that shit.
We're very poor. Buy merch.
It's really good. There's Blender Man and there's Round 3. And I soon may add some characters from Parasites and Pinheads, which airs every Monday. So you should check that out as well as Marvel Cinematic University, which airs every Thursday.
Yeah, there's some good stuff in there. I'd buy it.
Yeah, I think I covered our bases here.
I think we're covered.